This is video number 7. I recorded videos number 3, 4, 5, 6, and all of them featured a person who asked me not to be in these public spaces, which I respect. So if you don't want to be, if you see yourself here and you don't want to be on these places, first unblock me probably, and then tell me, Natalia, please do not feature me on public spaces, or remove all content where you featured me. And I'm like, show me that content first. I'm not gonna go back and search for you there, but you know what I mean. If you're triggered by certain things that I share, instead of blocking me and canceling me, just learn to communicate. Learn to communicate. Be in the situations where it's a little bit tricky, it's a little bit hard, but look, I only respect people who know how to communicate. I really do. And I also respect people who are very specific about their asks, who are really direct in terms of what they want. Yeah? Do you understand? Can we be as direct as we can with each other? You know, I'm practicing transparency in my communications because I'm practicing not to hide anything. Because look, with the Scorpio moon and the Cancer rising, I'm gonna hide so much from you. And, you know, I'm pushing my edges. And it's not like, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, by the way. It's not like that it's easy for me to do what I'm doing. It's not at all. It's hard. It's hard. It's not easy for me to share these things publicly. These are like my babies, you know? And look, yes, of course, you're seeing these out of context, but that's the beauty of my communications, is that a lot of things out of context are actually working better for your consciousness to receive these messages. Do you get it? Do you understand? It's much better. Like if you go into your head and try to, you know, you try to understand my content strategy, you'll be lost. Because there's not as much strategy but me following my highest excitement and doing exactly what I'm guided to do by the spirit, by my higher self, by the group of ETs that I'm working with. So please. And again, if something is triggering you, instead of blocking, just tell me, hey, Natalia, this is uncomfortable for me. Please adjust your content, or let's talk about this. What made you post this? Because this is exactly what I'm doing. I'm pushing your boundaries. And there's everything that I'm doing publicly, and that I'm pushing people's boundaries, intentionally or not intentionally. It doesn't really matter. As long as I'm on my, flow. Sometimes I forget that my mic is on, for example, when I'm going to public spaces. And sometimes I share some things like in videos like this that I would rather not share. And I feel in my body and ask myself, should this be one of those like practices scenarios? Or should it be something that I'm okay sharing? So, like any artist, I ask myself, when do I know that the work is done, it's complete? Only when my body is no longer wanting to do the work. The same with these videos. I've been doing these videos, this whole evening. Okay, I did go to Metaverse for that event, but that was the only break that I really took. I've been doing these videos, removing content as well, because I'm trying to remove like a couple of thousand, like a few thousands of photos from my phone. And instead of doing screenshots of my deleted ones like I used to do before, because I don't like how they look anymore, because they have all these like days left or something. You see, like this. I don't want that anymore. So I decided to kind of like save my removed ones in a different way, just to experiment, just to see what else is possible. And since the last 2 years have been so intensely epic, oh, here we are. We can just delete these. That yeah, everything felt like very important. Every single step that I made, every location that I visited, every single person that I met, everything was part of the story, whether it was on the back end or in backstage or on the front end, in the front main stage. Get it? So that's that. And if you're my friend, if you are close to me, if you are uh, staying around, it means that you're deeply curated to be part of the story. And it's not a small story at all. Because the kind of memories I have from the future are like, yeah, intensely intense for a lot of people to even perceive as truth. Yeah, somebody give me like fresh, nice Mediterranean food. Mm. Oh yeah. Turkey. I've done a lot of photography before as well, but oh, look at these weaving procedures of new life. Someone please appreciate this art of weaving that we got here. Wow. Yeah, I've been training myself in photography for the couple of 2 years, the couple of last 2 years, right? This was like the most intense time with the amount of photography that I've done, so that every single photo I make is so masterpieceful, that it is what it is. It's masterpiece, because I knew that whatever I chose to upload to New Life, including these collages, are you know mintable on demand NFTs, meaning that every piece of image and screenshot, right, the photo and screenshot that I make are incredibly intentional, and I only take screenshots of those things, take photos of those things that I deeply remember from the future, that I feel that are very, very, very important for us to remember. And as a lawyer's daughter, I also understand certain things that many people would not really think about much, you know? How to do things safely, how to do things the way that nobody's gonna, you know, have any ways to put me in trouble one way or another. Because everything is traceable. Everything I do is fully traceable. And that might trigger to some people because they don't want to be traced. But at some point, I was really embracing, the fact that I was going live, for example, in 2020, every day, all day, kind of thing, is because I already knew that my phone was basically listening to me, and I was just, embracing that. Just these simple things. Simple things. I was not afraid to be watched and listened to, and yeah, like observed, judged. I didn't care about these things. I just knew that whatever I'm sharing was exactly what's supposed to be shared at any moment. Look at the small divide. And the same as you see in my work now, it's every single post that I make on New Life is deeply curated, and every single photo I make is also deeply curated. So I don't post every single photo that I make, obviously, but I do post these collections of collages. Again, not of all of the photos that I have, but very intentionally selected. Most of the times I create collages only for New Life, so I wouldn't post them anywhere else, as you can see here. Yeah. And they are previews of the bundles that I create. And those bundles are saved on my hard drives. Okay? Yeah? Simple as that. When the time comes, these books, these digital books, will be published on Web3 and in physical as well. Yes. And those are the things that I believe that created and shaped culture. And that's why I'm inviting you to New Life. Hello, because you're becoming part of this story as well, weaving together. Together. Sometimes you can't even tell which posts are mine and which ones are somebody else's on New Life. You still can, really, you can. But you know what I mean? If you really look in like the whole picture, you might not be able to. Okay, we're almost there in the end. And here we are, Harry Potter, ending it. Can't hear it. See how filtered those movies are? I'll go along, but you kill the snake. I've been to a theater show where Daniel was the main actor back in Broadway. It's really powerful. All right, and let's do this together. Oh no, I can't screen record it. Can double screen record it, huh? Oh well, okay. Well, that's what we're gonna do. Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching. There's more to come. I like this format.